Hi, my souls. Welcome to your weekly tarot horoscope predictions, where we give you predictions and analyze next week's energy so that you'll know exactly what to expect and how to harness these energies to your advantage. This week, we're doing things a little bit differently. We're going to have the weekly vibe like always. We're using a few different oracle cards. And then I do have some angel and crystal messages at the end. But first, we're going to go through like every single day. And some of the new cards I'm using, so instead of grabbing tarot, I actually grabbed oracle cards, because tarot cards, I look at them as like training wheels, and sometimes I want to just channel energy, and so that's why I like using oracle cards, because it's almost like exercising my intuitive muscle and being able to decipher these energies. So yeah, what's what we're doing this week. I'm super excited. If you guys saw last week's reading, you'll know that Sunday's energy was crazy, and I was like super excited to come on here and talk about this upcoming week's energy. And we've been on a roll. We've been doing this since October, so thank you to everyone that has been watching week after week. Thank you for all the sweet, lovely messages. I see you guys, even if I don't reply to everybody. I'm drinking my mate. Comment down below what you guys are drinking. And let's get into the weekly general energy. Oh, but if you're new here, oh my god, I almost forgot to introduce myself. If you're new here, my name is Soledad. I'm a psychic. I channel your angels and spirit guides to help you get clarification messages, and guide you back onto your most aligned path. I'm also a divine feminine coach. If you wanted to learn how to decenter and detach from your twin flame journey and manifest union, all of that is here. I'm also just came out with twin flame separation and fairy manifestation readings, along with a bunch of other good stuff. If you wanted to work together, that will always be in the description box with timestamps. And of course, protecting your energy is really important, especially before a reading. So I do have a list of how you can protect yourself before we jump into this energy. Okay, so with all of that being said, let's look into the weekly vibe check. We have El Triunfo, number 7. So 7 is the number of the week. So if you see a lot of sevens, 7's a really mystical, spiritual number, but it's a number that's very much in the middle, but a necessary step. So this is about not overlooking intuitive hits, and sometimes knowing that you may feel like you're taking the long road, right? Maybe you feel like you have to do things correctly, but really the long roads get us straight there, whereas the curvy roads, sometimes they're creepy dead ends. You never know. They're not as trustworthy, and it will take you longer than what you thought you would if you would have just stayed on the right road. That's for you. Okay. So I do see a lot of rewards coming in for you this week. I see this is a week of success. This is a week of triumph. This is a week of recognition, right? But there's also this energy of needing to protect your energy. We have the fair weathered friend card, and the fair weathered friend talks about somebody who, just like the photo on the card here, is seeing that you're on the floor dying, right? Like you're being stabbed, and instead of them coming to help you and seeing if you're alive, checking your pulse, trying to call for help, trying to stay by your side to make sure that make it through, they're leaning on the swords that are inside of you and making the wound worse. They're stabbing you when they see that you've already been stabbed, okay? And worse, they're acting like it's normal. They're smelling the flowers around you. So metaphorically, what this is saying is this week's energy, as much as you might be seeing rewards, be careful of who you share your rewards with. Be careful of what you're pouring into and what isn't pouring back to you. This is a week where, yes, you're going to start to see a lot of things manifest. If you've been manifesting travel, you're going to start to really solidify any things that need to happen for travel. We actually saw that in the monthly predictions. If you haven't watched the monthly predictions, it's not too late. I'll link it like up here somewhere. I'll also put it in the description box, because it's a really powerful energy, and if you know how to harness it properly, if you know what to expect, which I go over in that video, then you're going to be much more prepared and you're going to see a lot more rewards. So So this is the week where things are really starting to manifest. But again, it's be careful of looking the other way on things that you know are not serving you or things that you know are making you feel some type of way. Okay, if something doesn't feel right, if something smells fishy, it's probably fish. So this is not the week to ignore your intuition. This is actually the week to put in more intuitive practices. All right, I am going to do the crystal and the angel cards at the end. So let's go straight into Monday's energy. And like I said, we're using oracle cards. So they're a little bit more straightforward than the tarot that you're used to. And I'll be switching it up every once in a while, so you'll never know what to expect. But for Monday's energy, we have chair-filled. Someone new is entering your life. There's a lot of feminine energy this week. We're also going to talk about a new contract coming in. There's this new opportunity where it's helping you solve a big problem, and this is part of it. So you guys on Monday, be very receptive to change, be open to change. Try to go with the flow and without resistance. So for example, if on Monday you're like, I always go to, this specific salad bar that I love. Every Monday I treat myself and I go to that salad bar for lunch. But today your coworker's like, hey, a bunch of us are going to get pizza. You want to come with us? Instead of resisting and be like, no, I have my own plans, maybe you want to take it. And as you go to the pizza spot, maybe you talk to a coworker that you weren't really acquainted with and you realize you have a lot in common, or you realize that maybe your departments can work better together. So this is the energy of open to things not going exactly as you planned, because those could be little shortcuts and little rewards, little mini miracles, as I like to call them, mini miracle Monday. That's so cute, right? Mini miracle Mondays. It's you never know where the universe is trying to show you. So instead of resisting, just allow the universe to bring in these energies for you. Now for Tuesday's energy, we have the key, successful outcome to your problems. So again, on Tuesday, whatever felt confusing on Monday is going to now solidify and be like, oh, that was actually helping me solve this problem. I couldn't see that in that moment, but now I'm starting to see the signs that I was right to possibly, not have my salad on Monday, or maybe try a different coffee shop, or try eating with others instead of being by myself. Little changes like that. It could even be something as simple as, oh, instead of going this route on my way to the gym, I'm going to take a different route, So, and you might find an even better route that you enjoy more, or you might see that a new restaurant is opening and you invite your friend to go and you have plans for the weekend. So there's almost this very serendipitous energy with Monday and Tuesday, where we're just kind of going with the flow and we are attracting and seeing how the universe can show us how good it can get if we just are able to surrender and let go, because there's a lot of heightened emotions. Also kind of letting go of Scorpio season, and on Monday we're starting straight off with Sagittarius season, and Sagittarius can be a very blunt sign. It can be very illogical, methodical, right? They're curious, they're lifelong learners, Sagittarius energy, right? And Sagittarius energy can also be very lucky. Okay, so think of this season as my luck is turning. I'm starting to see that the wheels are turning for me now. So on Wednesday, you may see that action that you made. Those successful outcomes are all opening up roads and leading you down different opportunities. There is an opportunity that maybe you've kind of have been resisting, but now the universe is like, no, you're going to wake up with such conviction this week that we are going to make sure that you understand that these opportunities are meant for you, that you are successful, that you are worthy of bringing in this energy. I'm seeing a lot of money blockages being unblocked this week for you and for the collective, right? So we have a meeting with a stranger could be important. So again, there's just this energy of you needing to be a little bit more open to people. And, maybe if you're like, oh, I don't want to take this meeting, it seems like a waste of time, give it a chance. Give it a chance, you never know. Now we have Thursday's energy. So we have birth or conception of a child or enterprise. So some of you could be finding out that you are going to have children. For others of you, again, it's that money blocks energy. You're going to, perhaps meet somebody that inspires you. Maybe you don't end up working with them, but that conversation brought up this idea and inspired you to pursue something else, right? Or now you met these people and it looks like you're going to be able to work well together, or you're aligned on the same projects and views and you're helping each other out. So this energy this week with Thursday specifically, it's you have to nurture something. You're planting that seed, and you have to really nurture that seed in order for it to grow. You can't just plant it and forget it, right? You can't just leave it. Sometimes we need to say, okay, I've decided I want to do this, and I'm decided that this is going to work for me no matter what. This isn't a very stubborn energy because Sagittarius are stubborn. But Sagittarius are also very like not absent-minded, but they can be a little bit whimsical in the way that they just allow things to happen, in the way that they can make you feel very special, how they can teach you things that you may not even know as much as they're absorbing and appreciating your energy, right? Sagittarius people tend to be that one person that lights up a room or that shares information that maybe other people wouldn't know. And they have this way of like reigniting you, right? Younger woman. So this is the Friday energy. We have a lot of feminine energy. So a lot of feminine energy for the Twin Flame Collective. If you're on that journey, I work a lot with Twin Flames in my coaching program and just in general through my readings. But for the Twin Flame Collective, you're going to be triggered. Divine feminine wounds are going to be triggered, okay? And this is great for the Divine Masculine Collective because those are the blocks that they've been avoiding. That is literally the work that they've been avoiding. Now, you could quite literally be dealing with, you know, a younger sibling or just somebody that you meet, but it looks like there's younger woman energy coming through here. So again, you may meet somebody, could be somebody in your family, but on Friday, there is also this need to have this innocence about you. Remember to be gentle and kind with yourself and with others. And then Saturday's energy, we have fair woman, dealings with a woman, like an older woman with gray, blonde, or white hair. Then could just be like a mother figure in your life or somebody you work with. Could literally even be just a stranger that you help cross the street, you know? But it's almost like you're going back and forth with these two energies. It doesn't represent actual like physical beings. The energies of being like, okay, I need to be innocent this one day, but then the next day I need to also be grounded in reality. Because as much as I was saying the Sagittarius are a little bit whimsical, they are very much self-aware. They have so much awareness for you and how other people feel. Sometimes I'll talk to my Sagittarius friends and I feel like they're reading my mind because they're just so aware of things and they just explain things so eloquently and with so much passion, and they know how to like change tones for different people, right? They don't do it in a fake way. They do it in like trying to understand, trying to absorb, trying to make others feel good kind of way. So as we're entering Sagittarius season, themes around family and friends and how you show up in front of others and being aware of how others treat you, all that energy is starting up this week. It's like you're climbing a mountain, right? It's going to feel dense and heavy. It's going to feel like things are pushing you back, but you have to keep going. And on Sunday, we have lightning. Control your anger or you will be sorry. Sometimes we're dealing with a lot of different energies and it can feel overwhelming. And it's like you're climbing this uphill battle. We're clearing out a lot of density. So emotional regulation is going to be a big thing this week as well. I just see you feeling very relieved at the end of the week and finding ways to cope, finding healthier ways to deal with things. Another beautiful thing about like Sagittarius season is that it's their fire sign, and fire signs are nothing but passion and creation. Make sure to take advantage of this energy to manifest. Make sure that if you want to try something new or meet someone new or talk to somebody, if you're getting a little inkling, if your intuition is pulling you somewhere, go with it. Don't resist, okay? Don't fall. This is a week that's great to break out of old routines and start incorporating new routines that feel more aligned to you. Let's get into your angel message. This is going to be kind of your spiritual guidance straight from your angels. When I was first getting into spirituality and tarot card readings, the angels were the loudest spirit guides that I had. That helped me in so many ways. And so I love working with them. And I thought that this week we dedicate some time to them. So we have pay yourself first. Make yourself the most important financial obligation by setting aside a portion of your income every time you're paid. This is a loving form of self-care that ensures you'll have savings to invest in your present and in your future. We're planting seeds. We're focusing on ourselves. Right? This doesn't mean that we're being rude or selfish or narcissistic. This is just us setting our boundaries and making sure that we are hearing ourselves. It's not a burying kind of week, okay? Because you're just going to bury yourself deeper into your problems if you do that. So you can't bury things away. You have to confront them. And I did want to get you some crystal cards here. Towards the end, let's talk about the crystal energy. I love working with crystal healing. And when I do my readings, if I see somebody's angel, I usually be like, oh, look, like this is your angel. This is their name. And I put their guides. And sometimes before I do a reading, I'll actually channel the person's energy. I'll get their aura energy, bring up a crystal. We'll talk about it I'd be giving away crystals like crazy, but I don't mind it because I love helping you guys out. So that's why I include them in these weekly readings, because it's something that I do for my clients when I'm doing private readings, and it's just so helpful. So anyways, if you're ever wondering why crystals, that's why. So we have malachite. Malachite is so powerful. It is one of those crystals. Oh, and we're like green. I love how like we have all the shades of green here. But it is such a powerful crystal. This is a week too where your intuitive gifts could start lighting up a little bit and in different ways. So if you're really good at visualizing, this is a powerful week for visualizing. Working with malachite will help you see transformation in yourself and in others. You could even tap into your Akashic records with a malachite and ask your future self, like, what do you have? How did you get to, what did you do to get to where I want to be? Like, this is a great week to have conversations with your higher self and with your angels. A great week to connect. And I love that this is the pain relief and powerful protection card, because as much as you're protecting yourself, you're energetically telling the universe that it's okay for them to protect you too, because you're accepting that help, right? And then we have turquoise, leadership qualities, clear communication, prosperity, and success. So yes, you will be called to step up into different roles this month. I mean, I feel like you've already been in that energy if you've been keeping up with the readings. You know, we've talked a lot about that, about changes and ascension and all this stuff. But this week, it's like, you know, as a CEO, people say, oh, you have to network and you have to do all these things. This is that time where maybe you're dabbling into things that you're not totally comfortable with, but you know that if you want to advance, these are issues you're going to have to start tackling. Okay, so don't ignore those things, especially if you're somebody that's like healing poverty trauma or relationship trauma. Like, it's hard for you to trust people, even if it's trying to connect as a friend. Sometimes it can be so much more difficult to find a friend than it can be a romantic partner for some of us, right? So this is that energy. Turquoise will help you branch out, and it will help you communicate clearly. It will help you express yourself clearly so that you're attracting the right people, and also being able to connect into an energy where you can tell like who should be around you. Listen to your intuitive tells on people. Again, if it smells fishy, it's probably fish. So this is beautiful, transformative energy. You're breaking barriers. You're really seeing a lot of success this week, and I'm really happy about that for you. If you did enjoy this and you watched this till the end, let's give each other roses. So comment the rose emoji in the comments, and don't forget to watch this monthly November update if you have not, because there's so much good information about the monthly energy and how it's not too late to still harness and use this energy to your advantage and set yourself up for 2025. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, for being patient with me. I love and appreciate you all more than you'll ever know. And I will see you guys next week. So don't forget to subscribe. Bye.